Coco, congrats on the win. How does it feel to get that under your belt after the walkover?
Yeah, obviously in my second round, my opponent couldn't play, and I sent her a message giving her well wishes. And yeah, sometimes it's awkward having so many days off in the tournament, but I was happy that that didn't affect me because I felt in my first match I had some good rhythm, and I was able to continue that rhythm today. Sorry, we just walked up the stairs, so I'm like, so out of breath. Okay. Yeah, but that's more tiring than the match. No, seriously, walking up the stairs is like the hardest thing ever.
Yes, what's your assessment on your serve performance today, and what, moving forward, would be the percentage you want to be at on your first serve?
Yeah, obviously I think I could have maybe made some more first serves in that second set, but overall I had a lot of aces and unreturnables, so I think I am, happy considering like where it was last week. So I'm always trying to get better, but just trying to take the little wins along the way. And I think second serve, obviously percentage in was way better today. So just trying to, be happy with where I'm at now, but still doing the things I need to do to improve.
Coco, you don't seem like someone. You don't seem like someone who lets the wins or the losses determine your worth as a person, and yet really, by nature, you're a cutthroat competitor on the court. So just talk about that kind of inner dialogue that maybe goes on when you do care about the wins.
Yeah, I think for me, well, it's just learning when I was younger, I would take a lot of things to heart. And I think it was because I was used to juniors, and, we're not playing every week. At least my schedule wasn't built to play every week in juniors. So, and I was used to winning more often in juniors, so you would lose and you would have whatever, like 3 weeks, and I would go play another tournament. And then this time, like in pro, it's like it's hard to win like every week, so you're basically losing more than you're winning. So yeah, I think it's for me just trying to forget them, but more so remembering like how I lost and hoping that's intact with where my long-term goals are. And then with the wins, I try to celebrate myself a little bit, but I don't know, I'm very much a like perfectionist type of person. So it's really nothing satisfying until you're holding like the big trophy, to be honest. But I'm trying to do better of like just again appreciating the little wins along the way too.
Coco, when we look at your side of the bracket, a lot of the top seeds have been knocked out early. Mm-hmm. How do you keep a mindset knowing you're going into matches against unseeded players who, casual and average fans might not know who they are? How do you keep your mindset that you have to take every match like you're playing a top seed?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's sometimes harder when you're playing people who are unseeded because they're going in that match with nothing to lose and everything to gain, and you're kind of, if you look at it from that perspective, then you're kind of going in the opposite. But yeah, I don't pay attention to rankings or anything like that because at the end of the day, like everybody is capable of winning regardless of the ranking or anything. And especially if you look at the last few tournaments, you definitely see that. So every match I'm always like on guard and ready. And sometimes if to be honest, I get more relaxed playing a top seed. Just because, I don't know, so you expect them to play great tennis. So, I don't know, something about knowing that if you lose, then there's because they're playing great tennis. And sometimes when you're playing on an unranked person, they can start off like not playing so well and then all of a sudden just be playing like top 5, top 10 tennis because they're loose and relaxed. So I think it's like more of a mental thing than actual like ranking thing.
Coco, how noisy, I suppose, has this year been from your perspective compared to previous years in terms of what you hear, what the energy is kind of around you, the discussion, all that sort of stuff? Mm-hmm. Has it been louder than previous years? Has it been quieter, same old? What do you think?
I mean, for me, it feels like same old. I feel like I'm under a microscope my whole career, honestly, like with the things on and off the court. So yeah, I would say the same. I think honestly, like when you have a slam like now compared to maybe when I was before my U.S. Open run, I think it's a little bit easier the rest of the year because now everyone's not calling your bad, because I guess winning a slam defines if you're having a good year or not, and not the other tournaments as well. And that just doesn't go for me. That goes for all players. So yeah, I think for me, I think sometimes tennis fans want us to win like every week, but we're playing 11 months. It's not that easy, and so it's completely normal, I think, for maybe a player to have a good 3-4 weeks and then maybe not have as well of a good 3-4 weeks, just because of the way our season is built.
You must be a hardcore baseball fan, because I hear the other night maybe you even braved the rain, maybe even on foot, as rumor has it, to see the game. Just
Yes.
tell me about your love for baseball.
I have love for it for sure. I grew up volunteering. My grandfather founded a little league in Delray, a nonprofit, and it's still running to this day. And I volunteered there. I would sit and do the little score sheet at the press box for the games and stuff. And my brother plays, so I know the game very well. I'm definitely someone who prefers to watch baseball in person than on TV. It can be boring, not gonna lie, but if you have a good ballpark, which that was my first time going to the Reds game, and they do have a good ballpark, it was a great time. And yeah, after the game it was raining, so we was running in the rain, and luckily the tournament waited for us in the car, because initially we told them we were gonna walk back before it started raining, but it was worth it. I had a great time. I would definitely go back to another game, and yeah, it's much better when you're sitting in a suite and there's AC than out in the sun. But my grandfather is like a hardcore baseball fan, to the point where if you go to a game with him, you have to get there like 2 or 3 hours early, because he likes to see like the batting practice and like how they warm up. So he likes to stay to the end, like even if it's like going over the 9 innings. So I've just learned to be patient because of baseball.
It seems you were hitting tremendous angles today, and you were making her move side to side. Do you think you were doing that more than usual?
Yeah, honestly, today, the first couple points, I was like, okay, I'm like hitting my targets today. But no, I knew I had to make her run, and because she's someone I feel like that will make balls and try to make you go for errors. So I was just trying to play with margin and be aggressive, but with margin.
Going back to your point about other fans think if you win a Grand Slam that it was a good season no matter what. What
Yeah.
about you? Do you see it that way? I know Iga was saying after Wimbledon, she's like, doesn't matter what happens. I
Yeah.
won Wimbledon. Do you have the same sort of reaction, or is it different in your mind?
Yeah, when I won U.S. Open, I had that mindset where I was like, okay, whatever happens the rest, and it's again much easier to do at U.S. Open because you have no other slams. So, but I was like, okay, whatever happens the rest of the year, I'm satisfied. And then obviously this year I won French Open, and my mindset at first was like that, like immediately, but then I was just like, no, I want to see like what my potential is and do well. And obviously if I don't win U.S. Open, it's okay. Like I did well this season, but yeah, and it was funny. Last season I felt like I was having a terrible year, and then I won Beijing and WTA finals, and I felt like that was a good season for me. So yeah, I think it definitely takes some of the pressure off, but I'm just I don't want to limit myself to just like one. I would love to get as many as I can, and if I don't do well at U.S. Open, I can say at least I went in the mindset to win, where I felt like at the end of U.S. Open, I didn't go into those next couple tournaments with the mindset to win. Thank you.